Mortal Kombat plays an important role in bringing gamers to the fighting game genre, and I think you know what I mean here. All those million upon million players who mainly enjoy action-adventure games, shooters, RPGs, or whatever. They need something as powerful as MK to add fighting matches to their active duty pool of games. It's a great feature for everyone around gaming, as the genre is absolutely wonderful. People need to feel that wonder on their own to remain in here for countless fights and for future amazing games. MK1 does this, and such a superpower of bringing new blood to the FGC makes us totally love Mortal Kombat.
But this reason is somewhat pragmatic, with the flavor of various ideas on scaling the industry and helping everyone thrive in it. We won't include it into the counter of the reasons why we love Mortal Kombat.
And we do love it. So let's start things off with point number 1. It's not a thing you could say about many, or even most fighting games. Storytelling here is quite often a vague excuse to introduce players to basic mechanics and various characters, and jumping between arcade-like episodes often creates an inconsistent picture, but not in Mortal Kombat. The very idea of those realms fighting each other at a bloody tournament with the involvement of mighty sorcerers and even gods, it's fascinating. Time travels to build a new flow of events, interdimensional jumps to battle evil powers. Okay, you probably get the point, and we'll need a few chapters of this video just to start retelling the MK story. What is also important, the story is told in an astonishing cinematic style. This is literally a movie with a powerful wow effect, but with all its epicness, it has enough humor to keep the entertainment level in just the perfect balance. The great story and the way it's told is reason 1 why we love Mortal Kombat. The second is somewhat connected. No other fighting game has such extraordinary personalities. The range is impressive, from a movie star or ninja to omnipotent gods and magic creatures controlling elements. In a way, this is a continuation of the story, as the awesome characters fill the fictional world and keep the fire of events burning. But Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, surprise, and this character-related reason goes above and beyond just fueling the movie. NRS are extraordinarily brave with their character designs. Sub-Zero freezes opponents, Katana slices everyone with her fans, Shiva has extra hands to grab opponents, Cassie Cage uses guns. The list can be expanded, but the point is that those unique personalities are nicely reflected by the diversity of fighting abilities. No Mortal Kombat character feels alike, and the excitement of having them on your active roster remains for hundreds of hours after the story is over. I wanted to make a smooth transition from the variety of abilities to the actual matches, but something else popped in my head, and that's going to be our reason number 3. Guest characters in Mortal Kombat play a special part in the success story of this series. It feels like Ed Boon has childhood dreams about who he wants to add to the fighting game, and he uses his authority to make those dreams come true. And then he invites other people to the party and makes their fantasies real. The Terminator? Let's invite Arnold to this. The Joker? Yeah, he's cruel enough. The list goes on and on. Kratos in MK 2011, Predator in MKX, Omni-Man in MK1. We are totally into these characters and look forward to more collaborations. Okay, let's go back to the fighting stuff I mentioned earlier. We're going to talk all about it, but it's not so easy to put into words. Mortal Kombat matches feel absolutely different than anything else in the genre. Moves are quick and aggressive, attacks are filled with powerful determination, allowing you to feel that dominance if you play well, of course. The developers keep the core of their creation unique and nicely pronounced. You can always, in all the installments, feel this is Mortal Kombat. The feeling of being in these fights is so satisfying. It's not angry aggressiveness at all, and it's not about the blood and the over-the-top finishers. We've promised that in the title. It's exactly about the might at your fingertips. Do you feel the same way too? For reason number 5, we need to take the playing process to the real world. Now stop. I don't mean to start fighting in the real world. I'm about to take a look at what you do in the physical reality to play Mortal Kombat matches. Pressing buttons on your controller is unique for MK. The series doesn't follow the patterns of other popular franchises with quarter circle inputs and all that stuff. We have an original system here, simplified enough not to scare the death to all beginners with a basic anti-air move. But at the same time, the control system is pretty deep to create devastating combos with it. This classic thing about being easy to learn and hard to master is so true for Mortal Kombat, and the game makes this obvious even for beginners. You enjoy the fluid fights right away, while still seeing prospects for self-improvement. All those esports professionals prove how deep you can dive into Mortal Kombat complexity. But also, you can remember a few combos on DashFight guides for your character and impress every friend by just pressing those buttons at the proper moment. Aren't we talking about a video game here? It should be totally appropriate to connect reason number 6 to the video. And Mortal Kombat does not play games here. Since the very first release, NetherRealm Studios has been pushing the boundaries of the available technology. With ups and downs, sure, I'm looking at you, MK1 on the Nintendo Switch, but in general, Mortal Kombat visuals are stunning. The game brought photorealistic vibes even in its 2D installments, and it stays honest to these roots now. Bright colors and anime-like styles of some of their competitors are surely beautiful, but they are of a different kind. MK1 makes facial expression, clothing textures, and the whole picture on the screen realistic, continuing the cinematic tradition. Should I say something here about the realistic fights too? Something like natural effects of direct hits instead of fantasy sparkles. But okay, those over-the-top animations are not so realistic, let's be honest. You cannot actually continue fighting with your chest and skull being smashed to pieces. It's a cool feature, alright, and we'll keep it there, but not as a separate reason. Let's have it as a slight addition to realistic visuals. The primary excitement of any fighting game is surely multiplayer matches. At the same time, having decent single-player options is also important. We can use them as a warm-up or for training, and these modes are relatively entertaining, as the pressure is significantly lower. There is no one judging you for fooling around. Mortal Kombat always has something decent to offer in this dimension. Crypt was awesome in MK11, towers are a great approach to arcade-like modes, filled with a specific MK-like atmosphere. The single-player content is our reason 7. Still, I somewhat expect that for most dedicated players, it will not be as important as the next one. Reason 8 is all about playing online. Sure, not for the whole series, as the miracle of the internet wasn't present in older games, but modern Mortal Kombat multiplayer fights are smooth and enjoyable. On the cable, please don't play on Wi-Fi. Please. There's not much to say about this. Basically, this should be the most basic thing for every fighting game. NetherRealm Studios fill this trend nicely, and there's mainly no complaints about online Mortal Kombat. How has your experience been with online play? Let us know in the comments. Brave experiments in Mortal Kombat games are not limited to character design or technical features. They have tangible extensions in the very mechanics of the game. Every MK game feels authentic. They haven't gone as far as bringing us a platform fighter, for instance. But each time, we have to learn something new, like this cameo system in Mortal Kombat 1. It's not even traditional tag team battles. We have assists to extend combos, or basically, to use in so many different ways. And it feels so much different than MK11 matches. This could also be said about smaller details, like the gapless transition from character introductions to actual fights in MK1. Reason 9 of why we love this series certainly goes to this brave spirit of being able to change, do different things, and dynamically adapt to modern game culture. Are we allowed to get sentimental here? You guys are awesome. The release of MK1 brought us a wave of so many creative discoveries within the game, and people actively share them on socials, fueling the conversation. There are so many great interactions between people, from playing casual matches to experiencing big esports tournaments. Being part of the Mortal Kombat community right now is a special feeling. Now, of course, it's not without its bad apples. Someone's always going to bring big salt shakers and be toxic, even to those who are objectively stronger in fights. But this mix of very different individuals creates such a special atmosphere, and we love it. That's why you, the community, is our reason number 10. And that's it for today's video, because it doesn't feel right to be sitting here talking about why I love Mortal Kombat instead of actually playing it. So you know the deal. Let us know in the comments why you love Mortal Kombat, and please drop a like or subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, and maybe in some online matches. Alright, now it's time to go pull up some DashFight guides so that I can make everyone cry in online play. Oh, is this still on?